So the scene begins, and we start off with Sir Pentious in heaven, having a court-wide interrogation, trying to figure out what the hell is even going on with him. But for y'all who don't know why he's in heaven, allow me to enlighten you. So previously on Hazbin Hotel, Adam brought the exorcist down to Charlie's hotel to put belt to ass on extermination day and tried slamming everyone out. Sir Pentious tried scoring up to Adam directly for a 1v1, but got hit with Adam's angelic switch and got eliminated instantly. Here's the kill cam.
Yo, boss, I heard if you win, Cherry Bomb's gonna put it on you tonight.
I need that, nephew.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Shut the hell up. If you want to see the rest where that came from, go watch my other video. But anyway, back to the situation at hand. We got Heaven's elite and basically its highest ups, moving like whole house mad. Because this is the first time the sinners ever got to heaven. They don't know what's going on either. And because we're somehow not allowed to have nice things, we got Emily coming in talking about we don't gotta be afraid, we don't gotta, worry, this is a good thing, we gotta go talk to Charlie, we need to apologize. Like the usual Hopecore nonsense. We peep over to the side, and we see my goat Lute still pissed over Adam getting turned into a shish kebab last season. She's been tweaking over it for a month, and not to mention a sinner, the type of people she hates the most, made it to heaven. She'd be having the worst month of her life, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And after that, we have Emily coming in again, saying the exterminations were always wrong, the weight's on our shoulders, something like that. I gotta go on a little rant real quick. I'll do like accelerate, and I'll make it quick, because I still have a recap I have to do. Sarah allowing the exterminations was 100% a necessity, and she should not feel bad one bit. Let me explain why. I'm speedrunning this. 7 years before season 1, Lilith empowered the sinners with her voice magic, whatever that means, however she did that, whatever empowered means exactly. Explanation in season 3, coming whenever. But from these two Sarah quotes I have right here, it means they were a threat. Quote number 1, when Sarah is talking to Vox, sinners like you are the reason I allowed the exterminations in the first place. Power hungry and violence. Meaning when you give all this power to sinners, they become power hungry and violent. In other news, grass is green and forks are usually found in kitchens. And number 2, season 1 episode 6, Emily is talking to Sarah and Sarah tells her, they were uprising, Emily. It's my position as Seraphim to do what I gotta do. I gotta do my job. And guess what? They were about to turn us into a Travis Scott concert. Thank God Adam, Lute, and the Exorcist came in moving like the Avengers and saved our asses for 7 years back to back to back to back to back. And to cut it even shorter, we had to take extreme measures to stop Doomsday. I don't want to hear any more Exorcist slander, and if I have to make a Lute video remake, believe me, I will. But yeah, that's basically it. Alright, back to the recap. So we got the other angel dudes asking questions like, are the demons gonna spin back on us for the exterminations? Is Lucifer gonna pull up again? And is Sir Pentious showing up in heaven like proof of redemption? Sarah's probably been saying for the longest time that sinner redemption doesn't happen, but it just happened right here in front of us and now we gotta deal with it. Wait, was this redemption? I thought you said for the longest time this doesn't happen. It doesn't! You, demon. How'd you get up here? Bro, I don't know. How did you get in here? I know you must have forced your way in. St. Peter, did you let him in? Whoa, me? Half of his fit is off-brand and fake on the speaker. I did not let him in. Emily goes back over to Sarah while she's still stressing, trying to tell her that redemption is real, and that's the reason Sir Pentious got here in the first place. Then we peep over at Lute, and she's saying otherwise, that how he got here doesn't matter. All that does is that he and the rest of the sinners should get aired out. Lute, without her emotional support, Adam be moving like a Knicks fan when they get to the finals. Straight crash out energy, and this isn't even the worst it gets. He and his kind should all be dead, and I will make that happen. Just let me. Hi, can I say something? Hi, hey fellas, Abel here, son of Adam, R.I.P. dog. As much as I really wanted to honor dearly departed, I just really wanted to.
You're an MK1 Johnny Main. Your dad don't fuck with you.
Yeah, I know. Really all Abel does is convince Sarah to try and find out why Sir Pentious is up here instead of just smoking him out. And then Sarah starts pressing for information and bringing out the extra angel eyes about to interrogate bro in front of the whole court. But out of nowhere, straight out of left field, someone pulls up to intervene and Jalen Brunson in the Knicks! Nah, I'm playing. It's just the speaker of God. Thou shalt not crash out, Sarah. You know you gotta delete MK1 from your PlayStation. No wonder you're stressed all the time. You're safe with me, Snake Dude. I'm not a Knicks fan. I won't jump you. Now tell us your crazy story. Sir Pentious takes a short moment to get his thoughts together and snap back to reality, and then he gets to telling his story. Now look, I did not hate Sir Pentious before this episode came out. So we jump all the way back to London 1888. Sir Pentious was human and just chilling in his crib with his machines.
Until one night, he peeped out of his window and he saw Jack the Ripper smoke this one girl from the safety of his own apartment and 100% safe from the entire interaction with zero threat against him. I want you to remember that. That's going to be important. Sir Pentious then recaps that he was aware of 5 more kills that very same night, and with that information, did what any normal human would have done in this situation. Absolutely nothing.
This motherfucker witnessed a murder, learned of 5 more, and decided to do actually nothing. Like, I'm not asking you to go out there and box up with Jack the Ripper, but all I ask is you at least tell some. Like, if you told the authorities and no one believed you, or just nothing came of it, either way, I'd let you off the hook. But what do you mean you knew all of this and you didn't even try? Like, if I was the speaker of God here and he just told me all this is what would happen. Oh, wait. You're not evil. You just actually suck. Jarvis, execute him. But eventually, the speaker hears him out a bit more, and since he decided to save a life, being Cherry on extermination day, instead of being an incompetent little guppy, she gives him the thumbs up, saying you chill, I guess. And Sarah's about to have a midlife crisis because Sir Pentious just got redeemed. But Lute's not buying it, not one bit, and then she starts crashing out. What the fuck? No! You're not actually buying this shit, are you? He sat and did nothing while 6 people got murdered, but he saves 1 sinner and we're supposed to tell him good job? Speaker, you got ball knowledge, okay? A lot more than me, but you cannot fall for his bullshit! I mean, it's stupid, but he's not lying. He was under the command of the Morning Star, Heaven's first op, and his daughter. It was her who called for redemption and somehow found it through killing one of us. Does that mean nothing to you? Or he was redeemed. Sarah! You know more than anyone that hell's been trying to slide on us for years. We all knew it, Adam knew it, and now he's in Malibu with Tony Stark. As head of Heaven's exorcist army, You said what? Also, this is the first time the Speaker of God is hearing about the exterminations, so they also gotta explain that to her. And while Lute is trying to say, as head of Heaven's exorcist army, I will go down there and smoke them like King Von on an average Tuesday, Abel interjects and says, actually no, I'm the leader. And this is where things start to get bad. Emily gotta tell Lute that Abel was placed as leader over her because of 2 reasons, and they both suck. Number 1, he's Adam's son, meaning they're following bloodline rules instead of job efficiency. Number 2, he'd handle the situation more fairly, as if hell isn't filled to the brim with the worst of humanity. Like, just stop trying to help them and just let heaven and all the normal people live normally. It's not that hard. We got Lute trying to defend herself, saying, bro, I've been Adam's second in command for 7 years straight. The Luigi to his Mario, the War Machine to his Iron Man. He don't deserve this shit, I do. And since St. Peter is possibly one of the worst motherfuckers I've ever seen, he then comes out and says this. Oh, at least I didn't just lose my job. Important lesson to take away from this scene right here. If you have a homie who is currently in a crash out state, do not fuck with them, because that can happen. Trust me, I know from experience, a special kid almost drowned me at a pool party once because of it. So anyway, back to the thing. So Luke keeps crashing out in possibly one of the most valid crash outs I've ever seen. Because what do you mean Heaven's top G just got murdered and we're apparently just gonna do nothing about it? Sarah comes in and has to stop Luke mid-tweak, but it's clear it doesn't fix anything. And basically the rest of the court scene is Sarah freaking, Emily and Sir Pentious geeking, and more Lute tweaking. And after Sir Pentious gets a thumbs up from Sarah and the Speaker God to be chill with the angels, he and Emily then dip out, while Lute and Sarah stay behind. And Sarah has to tell Lute, yo, if you lose your marbles one more time, it's gonna count as treason. Abel's the new top G, and you are still a little bro. Now go get to it. Lute doesn't really have a choice, so she has to reluctantly agree. But still, you gotta understand how much bullshit this is from Lute's perspective. This is like somebody snatching your chain and then posting about it later on IG. And I know I said this in the OG Lute video, but imagine having to take all of this BS while Abel is practically wearing your dead homie's face. All of this, and Sarah expects you not to lose your shit. Just think about that for a minute. Quick side note, it was this point in the recording process that I remembered that this is a Sir Pentious video, not a Lute video. So I'm gonna do Sarah's confession, then we're gonna do Sir Pentious and Emily, and then I'm gonna do the fun part. So that whole thing happens, Sarah tells Lute off, and Lute walks out all pissed, because obviously. Actually, I lied. We're gonna do Lilith's scene first. She has the shortest scene. So we cut to Lilith sitting at the table, and I know you see her right here though. She's so bad. Now I get why Adam was so pissed. You mean to tell me that we lost a 10 out of 10 to this guy? Look, I don't know what kind of master negotiation Adam had to do to get Lilith back in heaven, but thank God. Lilith peeps her 10 billion missed calls from Lucifer and Charlie, and then gets up and dips out for the rest of the episode. Okay, now we're gonna go to Sarah's confession. So we go back to the courtroom. Sarah and the speaker are there alone. Sarah's there to confess because the guilt of the exterminations is starting to get to her. Forgive me, speaker, for I have sinned. You fought D10 cyborgs alone. Yes, you're a moron. No, it was about the exterminations. Oh, then speak your shit. And now we're gonna get to one of my favorite season 2 songs, Sarah's Confession, which I rock with heavy. So we got Sarah, hard shaken by guilt and self-doubt due to the exterminations and Adam's King Bond behavior. She only discovered soul redemption now after my goats were cleaning Hell's population en masse for 7 years straight. And all Sarah can think about now is, oh my god, I allowed this. I have so much blood on my hands. How do I atone? What do I do? And to answer Sarah's plea for help, Speaker God does what Speaker God does best. Spit bars. You speak of choices made by other voices. You can only atone once you speak with your own. Basically telling Sarah that maybe someone else impacted a choice she made, or maybe influenced a choice that was meant to be solely hers. If you want to atone, if you want to make right with yourself, don't let anyone else make that choice for you. You're the coach, you got the playbook, you make the call. Do what you think is the right choice. Sarah takes the tip and is like, alright, I got you. Patina Miller, Liz Calloway, y'all killed it with this one. Straight bars. Alright, 2 down, 2 to go. So we cut to Emily and Sir Pentious, just walking around and chilling. Emily peeps over at Sir Pentious and then gives him her whole agenda. Emily's agenda is basically like this. Sir Pentious' first time in heaven was giving off some bad first impressions, especially that court case where Lute was crashing on him, calling him slurs like a COD lobby. They might be all gloomy and doomy, but she's holly and jolly, and she wants to make sure he has a good time. Emily is basically trying to move like Sundrop on crack. And I know my goat Sundrop, beyond that glitter glue like a performance enhancer. I know damn well he be making lines out of it and snorting that shit. And just like Sundrop, Emily asks Sir Pentious about everything he likes so she can fill the place with it. We're talking the likes of cute animals, Walter White's meth, Mortal Kombat games that were actually good, you know, the whole shebang. But what would actually make Sir Pentious happy is something that he can't have. He wants to go back down to hell and see his homies again, but Emily is telling him, yeah, sorry, no can do. Heaven deadass be keeping redeemed sinners inside like a frat house party. But Emily, ever determined to do her job, is willing to try whatever else to try to make bro happy. And then in natural Vivzy Pop fashion, they do a song about it. So we get to Emily's song, Like You, which is basically Welcome to Heaven 2.0, except as Emily trying to get Sir Pentious' self-esteem up and make him feel better about himself now that he's going to be chilling in heaven for the unforeseeable future. Emily, Abel, and St. Peter all queue up for trios and try helping Sir Pentious with having a good time, like taking him to the movies, a party, a mall, you know, like anything else. But if it's not seeing his homies, it's not going to make Sir Pentious happy, so of course, none of it works. Sir Pentious is kinda sorta fed up with the materialistic offers and is gonna try to make at least an attempt to get out of heaven. He builds a top hat drill thing, like some random contraption that Dr. Eggman would make, and attempts to drill out of heaven, but it's a zero success. They keep trying to tell Sir Pentious that there's no one like you got mystique, you've got aura, we could put you in an edit, but he's not feeling it. You know, for as much as this episode made me hate Sir Pentious, I kinda get it from his POV. Like, you mean to tell me that all my homies and a 10 out of 10 is waiting for me downstairs, but the stairway is blocked, and the only baddies up here are the terrorists who would turn my death into a TikTok edit? Like, dude, at that point, I don't think anything would cheer me up. In one last act of desperation, Sir Pentious pulls out a blicky and listens to low-tier God's advice. But when he tries to pull the plug on himself, he learns it's a fake gun and don't even shoot anything. Yeah, sorry bro, you're gonna have to take your losses on this one. So a few hours later, after the song, Emily tries cheering him up again, but changes the method. Instead of giving Sir Pentious the people he wants, she instead tries making a copy of the people he wants. She makes a bunch of off-brand copies of the Egg Boys, and to our surprise, it actually works. And after that, Sir Pentious and Emily kind of just spend the rest of the episode hanging out. Nothing else too noteworthy. Okay, that's Emily and Sir Pentious' part done, Lilith's part is done, Sarah's part is done. Finally, we're gonna get to the fun part. Y'all know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah. So we cut to Lute. She be walking through a crowd of people, all pissed, and my goat turns into a secluded alleyway where she can freely crash out. She be crying against a wall, too angry to be in her right state of mind, reeling back her Winter Soldier arm and punching the hell out of that wall. And judging by all the bullshit that happened earlier in the episode, Yeah, I don't blame her. I'd be pissed too. But in the middle of her tweak sesh, Lute starts hearing some voices, no Randy Orton, and out of nowhere, straight out of left field, someone pulls up to intervene and oh my god! It's Sector! Nah, I'm playing. Lute's just hallucinating Adam. Damn, someone's menstruating. Adam? You're alive? Well, me? No, you're just high. I thought I told you to stop smoking weed. Meth was better. No one is listening to me. What? Lame. Don't they know I got turned into a Bayverse death? They don't care. Well, that's some real bullshit. So basically, Lute's mind is making an attempt to comfort herself by hallucinating Adam there with her. Because, you know, Emily would rather spend time with the bum who let 6 people die in the street than one of the angels who have been keeping them safe from hell for 7 years straight. Emily, look, I know you're trying, but you gotta get your priorities straight. Ghost Adam is basically telling Lute, well, guess you're the only one here with your head on straight. Guess that means it's all up to you now. Ghost Adam is basically Lute's mind talking back to herself. It's essentially an extra unhealthy echo chamber. Lute listens to Ghost Adam and is like, hell yeah, I got that. You're the last one, finish the mission type shit. So we time skip a little while later, Lute and Ghost Adam are in his office, and she keeps crashing out. And if he wasn't smart enough to begin with, Abel walks in with 0 situational awareness and 0 respect for privacy. Hey, Miss Lute, sorry to interrupt your super dangerous crash out, but if it's cool with you, could I take my dad's old PS3 and MK9 disc? Get out! You said what? Get out! Okay, I'm out! Damn, shorty, damn! So Abel dips out, runs his ass away, and for some reason didn't learn from St. Peter almost getting slimed out earlier. So Lute keeps crashing out with Ghost Adam, saying Abel's low-key a bitch, and she gotta take orders from him of all people. But Lute still got a vendetta against Charlie, because Charlie decided to fight for her hotel, which would eventually be sending people like Jeffrey Epstein to heaven. That's actually not an exaggeration. Lute lost someone she loved, being Adam, and to make it even, she decides to go after Vaggie to fill that eye for an eye. So, what you gonna do about it? I am going to kill every last one of them. Alright fellas, get your popcorn, time for the best part. So we got to the last song, being Gravity, and I'm not gonna hold you. It's hella tough. Lute continues her crash out, saying everyone else is incompetent and no one is taking hell seriously, undermining the fact that Adam was literally murdered and heaven is in legit danger. And anyone who would actually want peace after this is a traitor on some Truth Enforcers timing. Not only that, but to her it's only fair that since she lost Adam, Charlie has to lose Vaggie. That's what Adam taught her. Fair is fair, eye for an eye. You hit me, I hit you back. To her, that's not crazy. And look, she's pissed. But I don't think I've been this pissed ever since I saw Sector and Cyrax in Mortal Kombat 1. You know, I actually almost forgot to include that. I just remembered now. But anyway, yeah, eye for an eye, you owe me a debt. When I get my pull up on you, your ass is grass. Adam got turned into a shish kebab, Vaggie's gonna get turned into a trivia question. And if you want to see how Lute's revenge mission turned out for the rest of season 2, go watch my other videos. But yeah, that's basically it. Before we close out, I got a special announcement. So come tail end of August, it's my first year at college. I'm going to be like dorming, physically living there. So like, unless I can get a secure location where I'm able to record Hazbin Hotel videos without, you know, anybody else knowing I fuck with Hazbin Hotel or Vivzy Pop in general, I might have to go back to Mortal Kombat and Helldivers 2 uploads if I don't want my channel to go dead. Like during the week-long breaks, I'll be able to like come home and record, but I don't know how often that's going to be. So if I go back to Mortal Kombat and Helldivers 2 uploads, I'm just trying to give y'all some. Alright, that's a wrap. That's all I got. I'll see y'all on the next one. Good night, America.